MotorCast, the latest in automotive news. Brett Wharf here with you on WBKR.com each and every Thursday at 5:30. It's all brought to you by our good friends out at Diesel Up. Last week we talked about the ever-so-popular Mazda Miata. We also touched on some of the new entry-level pickup trucks that we have to look forward to coming up in 2015. And kicking the show off today, we have a brand new segment, and it's called The Top 100 Cars Headed Down Frederica at 2:15 yesterday afternoon. The idea from our very own Jordan Winders, and thank you very much to him. He said, go out on the front lawn, grab a piece of paper, and tally the cars that you see from different countries. All right, sounds like an easy one. I didn't go out on the front lawn, though. I just opened my window in my office and sort of hung out. And without a lot of question, the United States took first place with 68, Japan coming in second with a total of 27 cars headed south at 2:15 yesterday afternoon. Kia and the Koreans in third place at 4 cars. And finally, the lone BMW 3 Series, putting Germany in the last place spot with just 1 car in a series of 100 cars heading down Frederica at 2:15 yesterday afternoon. Switching gears just a little bit, Robin Williams passing really hit us very hard. Very strange to understand exactly what was going on, and but as soon as you get a little bit deeper into it, you start to realize that depression is one of the biggest sicknesses ever. It's not visible to people that pass you on the street or see you in traffic or anything like that. It's only visible to the person that it's happening to. Robin, we'll miss you, buddy. He was a Cadillac salesman with a lot on his plate in Cadillac Man back in 1990. And in that movie, he drove one of my favorite Cadillacs ever made, the Cadillac Alante. 2-door, 2-seater, convertible hardtop, front-wheel drive roadster platform, and it was the first car ever to have the 32-valve Northstar V8. But let's take a look here. Robin Williams had quite a few cars and quite a few movies. Started off with Jumanji just to kind of get things rolling here. Hardly drives at all in this movie, but when you take a look at it, he does drive 2 cars. First of which was the 1987 Chrysler LeBaron GTC. GTC, the Grand Touring convertible, it had a little 3-liter Mitsubishi V6 powering the front wheels. He was lost in the jungle for 26 years, so he had never really driven a car before. And instead of putting it in gear, he engages the active top, and he lets one of those giant mosquitoes inside of the car. He finally gets back home and everything's fine. Piece of cake. The other car that he drove in that was a very proper big body style 1991 Chevy Caprice 350 small block under the hood. It was stolen by monkeys, smashed into a tree, had brake failure in a parking lot, and smashed into a convenience store. And even after all of that, it still ran all the way up until that Vine thing came out and ate it up. He had another Caprice in the 1993 feature film, Mrs. Doubtfire. Same 350 up front, but this one was a station wagon. 63 Ford Thunderbird custom convertible in Flubber. An 89 E34 5 Series BMW in the movie Hook with Dustin Hoffman. And when he wasn't driving the Swedish Volvo XC90 SUV, he was driving the 2005 Forest River Georgetown RV in the movie RV. There's a look at some of the cars that Robin Williams got to drive over his tenure in the movies. Mr. Williams, I'll tell you what, it's going to be very difficult, very strange to think about for the coming weeks. Rest in peace, man. Special thanks to our good buddies out at the Diesel Up Garage, 3247 Commerce Drive in Newburgh, Indiana. You can check them out online, diesel-up.com. And I remember last week we tried it without the hyphen and it didn't work. Stay up to date with what they have in store. They actually make all their stuff in-house. That is incredible. And you can go out and see them, as we mentioned, 3247 Commerce Drive in Newburgh. Get your truck set up on the chassis dyno and get rolling. And it's a lot of fun, trust me. That's just about going to do it for MotorCast here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like 67% of Americans drive American cars, at least in the southbound lanes on Frederica at 2:15 on a Wednesday. And Robin Williams, rest in peace, good buddy. Your movies, television shows, and stand-up comedy routines are going to live on for a very, very long time. God bless. We'll see you next week.